Is your car acting up when it's cold? Don't worry. I'm here to explain why this happens and how you can fix it. Battery problems. When it's cold, car batteries can become a real headache. Cold weather causes the battery to lose its ability to generate power, which can lead to the car not starting properly or even not starting at all. Additionally, if the battery is already a little old or not in the best shape, the cold makes it wear out faster. If you notice your car is having trouble starting on cold mornings, you may need to check the battery and, if it's in bad condition, replace it with a new one. Thick oil. Engine oil can also become thicker when temperatures drop. Thick oil doesn't flow as easily, which can make it harder for the engine to start and run smoothly. This is especially noticeable in the first few minutes after starting the engine when it's still cold. Using the right oil for low temperatures can help prevent this problem. If you live in an area where temperatures drop significantly, make sure to use oil that's suitable for those conditions. Faulty temperature sensor. The temperature sensor is responsible for sending information to the engine control system about the temperature of the engine and other components. If this sensor is malfunctioning, it can send incorrect readings and cause the engine to run inefficiently when it's cold. In some cases, the engine could get more fuel than necessary, which can make it stall or misfire. If the sensor is damaged or malfunctioning, it's best to replace it to avoid further issues. Ignition system issues. Issues with spark plugs or ignition wires are common when it's cold. Spark plugs are responsible for igniting the air-fuel mixture in the engine, and if they are dirty or worn out, they may struggle to do so in low temperatures. The ignition wires can also become stiffer in the cold, which makes it harder for current to pass through and affects the engine's performance. If you're having ignition problems on cold mornings, check the spark plugs and wires to see if they need replacing. Fuel system. The fuel system can also be to blame when the weather is cold. If there's water in the gas tank or fuel lines, this water can freeze and block the flow of fuel to the engine. This can cause the car to fail to start. To avoid this issue, it's a good idea to fill up the gas tank before the extreme cold arrives, and if possible, use additives to prevent water buildup in the fuel system. Faulty thermostat. The thermostat regulates the engine temperature. If the thermostat is faulty and doesn't open properly, the engine won't reach the ideal temperature to run efficiently. This can cause the engine to stay cold longer, affecting its performance. If you notice that your car takes a long time to warm up or doesn't reach the proper temperature, the thermostat might be malfunctioning and should be replaced. Vacuum leaks. Vacuum leaks are another common cause of car issues in cold weather. The vacuum system controls various engine components, such as brakes, the ventilation system, and more. If there's a vacuum leak, the engine may have trouble starting or maintaining a steady pace, especially in low temperatures. Vacuum leaks are often hard to detect, but if you notice your car's performance is unstable when it's cold, it's a good idea to have a mechanic check the vacuum system. Clogged exhaust system. In some cases, the exhaust system can become clogged or damaged, which hinders the flow of gases from the engine. This can cause the engine to run poorly, especially when it's cold. Cold weather can make exhaust system parts contract, which may lead to blockages or leaks. If you notice your car is struggling to start in the cold, or you hear strange noises coming from the exhaust, it's recommended to have it checked to make sure there are no obstructions. Alternator failures. The alternator is responsible for charging the battery while the engine is running. If the alternator is failing, the battery won't charge properly, which can cause your car to have problems, especially when it's cold. In cold climates, a battery already weakened by a defective alternator is more likely to fail to start the car. If you notice your car having starting issues or the lights randomly turning off, it might be time to check the alternator.